Hi again. So here I am doing another video. You're very pleased, Gregghead. So basically, I don't know whether you know what's going on. You probably do, but there might be a war in South Korea, and it's pretty scary. A lot of people here aren't really taking it very seriously, including foreigners. So a lot of people who are teachers like us, we have a forum, well, a Facebook page, I suppose. Not I suppose, that's what it is. A Facebook page, and we all talk to each other and put comments and, you know, websites, whatever. And basically, a lot of people in there think that nothing's going to happen. Well, a lot of people in general think that nothing's going to happen. And I, on the other hand, are absolutely scared, really scared. Thinking about moving on, leaving. It might be a bit dramatic, but every day I look at the newspaper and I'm reading BBC. I don't know if you can see me. I'll keep moving back. Every day I read BBC newspaper like 5 times a day, check the headlines, and North Korea, South Korea has been the main headline for about 2 weeks now. And then we check American news as well, obviously, because Dustin's American. I've even got a link to the Korean newspaper in English, and that's quite vague. It's not saying what our newspapers are saying. It's saying, the last time I read it, which was not yesterday, the day before, it was talking about how the Americans and the Koreans have been playing football on the army base. So that's a bit weird. But what confuses me is that why would America spend so much money, and they've spent so much money, they've sent all these boats and troops and flown these B-52s or B-2 stealth bombers or whatever over South Korea in these military drills to show how strong they are. So they've spent millions. Like, we read an article that said this stealth bomber or something that flew over, once you fly that over, you've got to do maintenance checks on it, and it costs like $2 billion to check it all over again. So to me, that's quite a lot of money, and to spend that amount of money on something that's not really going to happen, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. And I spoke to a Korean lady yesterday, one of the teachers at my school, and I asked her if she was scared, because I know a lot of Koreans have grown up with threats from North Korea and aren't particularly worried about these things because they've grown up with it and nothing ever really happens. But she says she's the most scared she's been in her whole life, because North Korea have got this new leader and South Korea have got a new president, and they're kind of like, North Korea's kind of testing his boundaries with South Korea. So it's quite serious, really, I think. So we've applied to go and work on a farm in Thailand. Which sounds extremely appealing. The only problem is we won't get paid. So we'd leave all this wonderful setup where we get decent wage for, you know, minimal hours, and we get paid in like another 3 weeks. So it's kind of like we want to stay to get that wage, but then in 3 weeks something will either happen or will not be happening. It's either, Dustin's on about leaving in like 2 days. But he's kind of just wanting to go because it'll be fun. He's not too keen on teaching anyway. He's a photographer, so he wants to be doing stuff like that, not particularly teaching. He's here so that we could be together. That's the reason. So he's just like, yeah, let's just go, it'll be fun, not like me who's totally, we're going to die, let's get out of here. Yesterday when I woke up and I checked the news and the embassy page, and the embassy page put a warning on about South Korea, I was like a mad woman, an absolute manic. I've been manic for about 3 days, like just doing everything really quick so I could get back on the computer and try and sort our life out. And it's not just so easy, because obviously I'm English and he's American and we can't work in each other's countries, so we have to like plan everything really meticulously and research everything and blah 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 blah, and it's a load of hassle. So I was just like a mad woman for the past few days on the internet, but I'm going to hope, well, maybe do this help exchange thing on a farm in Thailand, which looks amazing, and it's 40 degrees there, so it probably would be too hot for me. Well, it certainly would be, but Dustin would love it because he's from Texas. But the guy said that because it's so hot, it's like minimal work at the minute, but we're more than welcome to go there. So we could go, and they've got a swimming pool, and we could just like relax, and I can read loads. And he's all about agriculture and aquaponics and aquaponics and aquatonics and water and seeds and stuff. So he's like, part of their places that they run courses on agriculture, and that's what I want to learn about. I want a retreat in the middle of nowhere, and I want to grow my own vegetables and all this, live a nice, wonderful, peaceful, the good life. So I could learn from him, which would be wicked. But I don't really want to leave because we've come here for money as well. That's, you know, it's such a good place for us to be together and get some decent money. So I don't want to leave. And I don't want anything to happen to South Korea. It makes me so sad that anything may happen to these wonderful people. I just hope, and fingers crossed and prayers and whatever else people do, you should be doing it, that nothing happens, because let's just hope that China can intervene and make North Korea calm down. And hopefully they're not even planning on really doing anything. But last night they did move a missile to the east coast, because they keep saying they're going to attack America, which, you know, they'd go east. But apparently most of their military stuff's on the east coast as well, so they might just be testing it. But as soon as they test a missile, I'm afraid that something's going to happen, like America or South Korea or both, or someone's going to retaliate to that, because that's an actual action. Anyway, so yeah, I might be going to Thailand. Peace. And I'm trying to upload these videos, and I have done one, but it's only like 20 seconds long because I didn't press stop on my first video. It must have just timed out or something. But the long one, it's like half an hour. Sorry. That's still processing, and I don't think that's right. So maybe I'll have to upload it again. Justin's coming tonight, so he can tell me how to do it. Alright, well, I'm going to go out now. You can come with me. I'm off to the bank to transfer all my money to my English account in case we leave. I don't want anything to be left here in Korea. So I'm going to go to the bank and do that now, and I'll take you with me so you can see the markets and that stuff, and then hopefully my computer will do it, but sometimes it fails, and it's really irritating. It's not really a computer, it's a tablet with a keyboard. But I like it. Well, I did like it 2 months ago when I first got it. I just think maybe I try and do too much on it. It's not a Mac. It's a, I don't know, Android. Anyway, I digress. You don't care. Alright, so that's it. So here I am in South Korea, but I may be moving to Thailand in a few days. We'll see. I spoke to my mum, and she is the oracle. She knows. Well, she doesn't know everything, but she's very wise and sensible, and basically I do exactly what she tells me. And I spoke to her last night, and she said, she's obviously been watching the news a lot, and she said, wait like another 5 days, which would take us to Tuesday the 9th? It's now Friday the 5th of April. It'd take us to Tuesday the 9th, because it was yesterday. And if still nothing's calmed down, she said just get out of there. So that's probably what I'll do, because I tend to do exactly what she tells me. Justin's looked at flights for Sunday, but I think that's a bit hasty. Because we won't have time to sort our stuff out. Plus these things take time, don't they? To arm missiles and send troops places. They don't just happen overnight, even though they could have been doing it last night. You just don't know. I had a dream last night that my Skype rang, but I was asleep. This is all my dream. So my Skype rang, but I was asleep, so I woke up and checked my phone, even though it was on silent, and Justin was ringing me telling me that they'd set off nuclear weapons and we had to get out. So I'm a bit plagued by it, and I don't know if I'm plagued by it because I'm obsessed with it, and it's all I think about, and it's all I read about, and it's all I listen to, and, you know, I spoke to my friend last night, and I was like, are you worried? And he was like, what about? And I'm like, oh my goodness. But he's happy because he doesn't know anything about it. You know, and the embassy would get in touch and say, now you've got a scram. So he would be alright. I just don't want that. I don't want to be stuck here. I don't want anything to happen. I don't want to be stuck in any mad chaos. I don't know, I'm probably over it. Anyway, I'm totally babbling. This is why this is good for me, because I can just babble out my thoughts. Now my computer's gone black, which makes me think that it's paused processing in the video. It's been processing for so long though, I don't think that's right. Anyway, blah blah blah, see you later. Anyway, come with me, we're off to bank. Bye!